Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Campman. Albert, to quote Jim Mora, playoffs. We're in playoff season, and what do they say? Survive in advance.
Yeah, and in girls basketball, that's exactly what these teams did. Everybody has goals. Some have a team that can win a state championship. Others just want to get to the districts, and we had some people win their sectionals this week, and some teams that moved on. South Range was one of them, beating East Palestine. Really came out early and put them away quickly. Now they move on to take on Columbiana in the District 3 Struthers District semifinals. As I said, South Range probably thinking, hey, we're a regional team. Let's take care of the sectional. They did it, led by Izzy Lampardi and Lexi Giles. They combined to put away East Palestine. Congratulations to the South Range as they move on, George.
Yeah, no, like you said, what are your expectations? What are your goals? But I know one thing, if you win, you play again.
Yep, and that's their goal of also Western Reserve, as Danielle Vulich put a tremendous show on. The lefty scored 33 points and had 19 rebounds as she dominated the paint. They move on to 20-4 Western Reserve. They move on to the districts also. When you talk about sessionals, you start about districts. Every coach probably before the year says, this is our goal for the year. This is where we want to be. These two have already met their first goal. In swimming, West Branch senior Jameson Robb made a big splash, winning the state title for the second time. George, it's not easy coming back and getting it done.
No. I've seen a lot of them, especially in the individual sports, where we've had somebody win and we think, well, next year they're the favorite, but something happens.
Yep. Staying healthy, making sure that your success does not go to your head because people are patting.
And they're coming from behind, too. Like remember when Tiger Woods, like somebody said, the guy might not have been born yet.
Right.
At that time.
Right.
And here are these young Lions, and they can go.
Yeah, and so West Branch has to be really pleased to have Jameson win the state title. He said it was a lot of pressure, and I can understand that. You know, when there's pressure on you to come back and do it again, but now the pressure's off a little bit as he is going to go to Liberty University. And George, that university is known for their Christian background, their religion background.
I'll tell you, they're not messing around in athletics anymore.
And they're really good.
They're getting better and
They
better.
said if we're going to be good at something, we're going to be good at athletics. And congratulations there for him. Also, we want to talk about in basketball. Excuse me. Struthers Poland moves on with a 56-43 win over Struthers. Poland's name always comes up on our show. Struthers always gives them a battle. They're really rivals. Coach Nick Blanche from Poland says that. He said, listen, we know we're going to get our best shot from Struthers every time we play them. But Poland moves on. Congratulations to them. And also Canfield moves on, beating Cuyahoga Falls. Cardinals are 17-7. They had 6 players, George. How about that? In scoring figures, led by Grace Mangapour, is 23 points. Local teams, girls teams, moving on. Congratulations.
Good job, girls. Keep it going. And I'll tell you, I'm still on that 33-19. That's, you know what? That's a monster game. You have to score almost, you're scoring 4 buckets a quarter, number one.
Yes.
Number two, you're probably getting back the ones you miss.
I love the rebounds. I love the rebounds. 19 rebounds. That is tremendous.
What do the old timers say? You can't rebound too much. You can do a lot of stuff too much. Turn it over.
Full blast. Go to the boards.
Yeah.
No.
Boy, and I see games. I see a lot of games where
a lot of people don't send anybody to the board anymore. They don't send anybody to the board anymore. They're so worried about transition defense. They don't send anybody to the board. The Rasile family really stepped up again, led by Coach Rasile. His son scores 40 points. 27th time he's done that in his career. 19-3, 11-3, so it's led to winning also, which I think is really important. He's now 92 points away from third place on the all-time Ohio's scoring list.
He needs 2 games. See, most guys would need 4 or 5 games.
Right.
He needs 2 or 3 max.
Yes. Yeah, I would think they'll probably draw somebody poor in the first round.
He may get
He's
45.
going to get 45 in that first one. I see it happen. Jay Burson, who we watched play at Ohio State, is who he's going after. And not far behind that is Luke Kennard, who plays for the Pistons and played for Duke. So he's up with the upper echelon. And I watched him as a ninth grader. One of the things you look for is, what does a kid do with his body? And he has changed his body tremendously. He said, if I'm gonna play college basketball, I'm gonna have to go from this little runt to take my skills to another level, but also get stronger to another level. George,
Reminds you of McConnell, doesn't it?
Yeah, very similar player.
You know, Al and I saw McConnell in ninth grade.
Looks like a little second
I
grader.
said to him, he's too little. He'll never. Now he plays for the Bucks or the
Play the
Indiana
Pacers.
Pacers. Plays for the Sixers forever.
Yes.
So don't underestimate these guys. But as you say, the physical style in college is up. You have to know it's coming.
Yeah, sit down on the floor. First go to Westminster and look at their bodies. Okay, now after you watch that game, they say, okay, next week, honey, we're going to go see Slipper Rock, watch their bodies. Then the following week, go to YSU and watch their bodies. And all of a sudden you'll say, man. And then we'll say there's 60 teams in the country bigger than YSU.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're monsters of the Midway. They really are.
The kid from Girard at Westminster is just outstanding. He played for
O'Hare
Craig
kids,
Hannon.
yes.
O'Hare.
Craig Hannon had both of
He's
them.
not pretty good. He's really good.
Yeah, I would say right now, if Westminster, I don't know when they vote for the MVP.
He's going to be Player of the Year.
But he'll be the Player of the Year. I think he'll
agree.
get the Player of the Year.
And I'll tell you right now, he can play in and out. And Craig said he works in his game constantly. So you root for him.
Yeah, well, that is who you root for, no question. That's the bottom line of what sports is all about. Are you still here today, or did you go up a notch? You know, one of the lines that from the great coaches, if you stay here, that means you didn't get any better, but you got worse. You're supposed to keep getting a little better all the time.
One of those whack places, it's Hawaii or BYU or somebody has basically that. If you're staying the same, you're getting worse. You know,
exactly.
Let's talk NBA for a bit. They're back. They had that little break. They hit a home run with the All-Star game. I hear people still talking
Hit a
about
home run with me.
And it was Chris Paul. You know, this
Give him his due.
Silver, you have to give Silver his due. Now, I would like to see him be in charge, but what he does do, he has an ear, and his players really feel like they're part of the show. I mean, this was Chris Paul's All-Star game.
Yeah, what George is talking about is the fourth quarter was ended at a certain number.
Oh, yeah.
And the fourth quarter was played harder
2 charges.
than they've played all year.
Have you seen 2 charges ever?
All 10 All-Stars couldn't get a shot off. And I'm talking about the Greek Freak.
Yeah.
I'm talking about LeBron. I'm
Yes.
talking about all the great ones.
Yes.
Kawhi, however you say his name,
Yeah.
Leonard.
Kawhi
Leonard. They were defending like crazy. They tried to get to the 57 mark, and they finally got there. But they got there by hard work. I watched it. You know, if I watched an All-Star game, I thought it was fantastic.
It was. It was exactly right. Talk a little bit about Milwaukee. I heard some guys talking today. They were saying, you know, everyone talks Lakers because and it's star power too.
Yes.
And the Clippers are right in the same town. But if you're looking for getting it done on the floor, it's the Bucks.
Well, they played the best all year. They definitely have. Clinched the playoffs already. I'm just laughing, thinking.
Yeah, yesterday.
It's the earliest anybody's ever clinched the playoffs, I think.
Oh, you're not lying.
And the Greek Freak is so different because he can win the game at the hoop defensively and offensively at all times. If he makes 15-footers, 18-footers, Milwaukee's going to win it. You heard me say it. They'll win it. If he can just make some shots out there, because they're going to play off him, and they're going to say, you're not going to
They're going to think they're playing Virginia in college.
Yes.
It's going to be pack line.
Right,
They're going to dare him to shoot threes.
Dare him.
And I watch him, and it's one, as great as he is, it's the one part of his game.
Not good.
If you ask me, if you said, what's he need? I say he needs a 3-ball.
Yeah, he's not in the upper echelon of that at all. His athleticism is way past anything you can imagine. But during the regular season, they don't play that way. We have a theme on our show. We tell you that all the time. If they play Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no one's getting ready for the Greek Freak any of those last 3 games.
You know, Friday night they're either getting in at 2 in the morning,
Yes.
or they're out in all night clubbing, whatever they do. I mean, you can laugh about that or roll your eyes, but I saw a picture the other day. Embiid sitting in some gambling house in Wisconsin playing cards. Somebody had their phone out, which I bet he's not happy about. But he was in there playing.
And they all do it. So we just had to pick him because he happened to see him on
And
the
the
phone.
guy, remember the guy for the dog? We have a buddy whose son's security at the Rivers. Ryu was in there, just smoking one butt after another.
Yes.
With a stack of chips in front of him that,
Yeah.
Imagine you make $10 million. You could blow 10 grand.
They do it without blinking an
Well, you
eye.
blow 20 bucks.
I do it. I blow 20 every day.
Yeah.
Barkley blew 100,000 in one
Barkley
setting.
has the best line of all when they asked him about graduating from college. He says, "No, I didn't, but the guys that work for me did."
That's a great Barkley
Let's talk
line.
clip. Let's talk
He
Clippers.
is funny.
Because
It's funny.
No, he's hilarious. He'd throw you through a window too. That's the other side of it. Let's talk Clippers for a minute. I was thinking the other day, because they're just whatever it is, whether it's jealousy of Kawhi's load management, whether it's they've changed some guys,
Right.
Whatever it is. And I heard one of the Barrys talking there. And he says, they haven't had 5 practices. He said it's just the way they've brought guys in and
How
out.
about that?
Guys, he says they need to practice, and they don't practice.
think it was
but
you
let's
said
take
that.
that a
I think
step.
it was you said that.
Yeah, they haven't practiced.
It's a pro team. They said
what
they
he
need
said.
to practice.
Yeah, he said
well,
that.
Beeline would have had him practicing.
Beeline,
He would have had him
how'd
practicing
that
on
work?
Christmas Day.
How'd that work? Let's talk about that for a minute. I didn't think of something. I'm sitting there yesterday. 2 thoughts. I have a thought on the Astros later that I didn't have before on our radio show, and we'll talk about it when we get to baseball. But I want to mention about this too. I'm thinking, what do they care about home floor? They play in the same place the Lakers play. Doesn't matter at all.
No, if those two teams are heading for a matchup,
What do they care?
neither one of them care at all. And you've heard this theme, another Campman thing. It's February. You think I care one bit about who's in the 3rd place or who's in 6th place?
They'll start looking about mid-March to see if 7th is better than 6th
They
or
might
whatever.
play a game.
But
But
yeah.
they don't really care.
No.
It's the truth. They're going to try to win the playoffs. That's what they're going to try to win.
Now let's talk about the Celtics. They're having a reunion. They're bringing KG in, and I guess Doc Rivers is really trying hard. I guess the bad blood between Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, or one of them, I believe it's Paul, because Ray Allen left to go with the Heatles.
He did.
But they started it all, the Celtics.
Yeah, they were the first team that brought the teams together.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's make sure we're clear on that, because I hear people criticizing, and I think you're letting the Celtics off.
No, they were the first team to do it, and Doc Rivers that's his strength. His strength's not coaching. I'm tired of hearing about his coaching.
Oh.
His strength is handling things like that.
Yeah.
Handling the egos.
Ask Beeline how easy. Like Phil Jackson, giving them
That's
books.
his strength too.
You're playing
That's his
Kobe and Shaq. And someone says, "Oh, who couldn't win with them?" Well, evidently.
That's their strength.
Ask Tomlin. That Tomlin has been through hell over there with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Exact same. You have the behind the scenes with the pros is everything. It's not X and O's anymore.
No.
It's handling that great player of yours that says, "Coach, I'm not practicing." Now, what do you say when a guy says, "I'm not practicing"? Well, you better find a way. There's about 5 ways to handle it and mix them up because you can't handle it the same way every time.
Let's talk about NBA now. You brought Beeline up. We weren't good. I wasn't going to, but we have to.
Yes.
Being Cleveland and being the fact that pretty famous coach. From the beginning, we sat in these chairs. And what did we say? Don't do it, John.
Why is he doing it? I wanted a big why.
Yeah.
And George said the money was crazy. I get that.
But he was making good money at Michigan. Now, if he went from Youngstown,
right,
I'd get it in Slippery Rock.
I get it.
But he went from Michigan. Yes. He was making over $3 million.
He just likes to be in the gym. He just likes to coach. Yeah. That's who he is. He started out small, worked his way up.
We have a good buddy to work with him when he was in Buffalo.
Yes.
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
And he went up to see him up at Penn State a couple years ago.
Yes.
He's the same guy.
Yeah. And when you look at him, you're thinking, what ego thing would make him do it? And then I read him. He was the only guy ever in college basketball 3, 2, to hit 3, 2, 1 pros. I think he wanted to be able to say that. And he found out those pros weren't listening to one word he
Just
said.
some ideas, people. He plays permanent pivot foot. You young coaches, we agree with it.
We do it too.
It's shooting foot up, either side of the floor. It's the same on both sides. You don't go inside foot. Shooting foot up, so you're ready to shoot when you catch the ball. And he believes in this, and he tried to get those jabronis to try it. Then it started. Then he made the unfortunate, God bless, don't make a slip of the tongue.
Yes, he meant it.
He said thug instead of slug.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That music come on?
That was the end of it. Now they're playing music with the word thug in it. He was just, I think he was like you were in prison. Yes. Marking the days on. And they probably were too. To be fair.
I get it. But here's my answer to him. Here's what I would have sat him down. If I did this, if I had the job, I'd have said to him, "Man, we're going to do something a little different here. And let me tell you why. Hey, Kevin, what was your record last year?"
Exactly.
That's what I said. "Kevin, what was your record last year?" He said, "I think we were 7-32 at one time."
Yeah.
I said,
Here's I'd say, if your way worked, I wouldn't be here.
That's right.
Like when you take over, like say, I took over a couple places where they won.
Right.
Well, I don't have. It's good in that they're winning. It's bad in that when you try to change things, you're thinking they're thinking we didn't practice Thursday night when Coach was here.
Right.
We watched Cosby.
7-30. I'd have said so. In other words, we got to get better. My way of getting better is by practicing. Does anybody disagree with that?
Yeah.
And probably 5 of them raised their hand.
No.
And I went to the GM and said, "These 5.
Get rid of this.
You got to get rid of these 5 because the other 8 are all in."
We like Musselman because he was coaching in the D League, and he asked these 2 clowns who they played next, and they didn't know, and he said, "You 2 are out."
That's what.
You're in or what's our definition?
Commitment. You're in or you're out.
You're in or you're out.
But he was on the hot seat right from the start because they were not buying in. When he said Mike and drill, they looked at him and said,
Reverse layups.
"I dunk
For
every
what?
shot. I dunk." He said, "Yeah, but you miss half your dunks." That's what I'm saying. They didn't care. It was bad. He tried to coach like college. The boss guys and the pros are the players.
No,
the boss is not the coach.
The guy, Jalen Rose, who I don't care for, but he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
He said the other day, he said, in college, the coach is a hammer and the players are the nail.
Yes.
He said in the NBA,
It's the other way around.
players are the hammer.
No doubt. I watch it every day. I mean, I don't have to be in the huddle. I don't have to be. I watch who runs the show.
You ever see LeBron when he's looking like the coach is talking and he's looking out over?
Never listens.
No. You missed 3 foul shots yesterday down the stretch again, too. I mean, I always say, I like these people. They go, he's a facilitator. I said, no, truth is he can't make 2 foul shots.
He can't make free throws. He's never been able to do that. If the greatest players he is.
Yeah, we're not saying. To say he's not great would be foolish.
But he can't make a free throw when it counts.
No, he can't. Let's talk NCAA hoops. Number 1, Baylor. Gone. Who's gone? Well, let's try San Diego State. Gone. How about the Zags? Gone. Let's talk about. Let's start with.
It's what's going to be like in the NCAA
tournament.
tournament.
With Baylor. They're home. I see the line's 1.5. Well, I know right away. This is telling me Kansas. They think Kansas is going to win.
Vegas knows.
They think Kansas.
Vegas knows.
I'm like, wait a minute. The big guy's out. They were playing 3 around 2. Now they start playing 4 around 1, and guess what they found out?
They're better. A lot better.
They're better.
And we could have told them that.
Yeah, we could have helped them.
In today's world, with a 3-point shot, you don't want to play 2.
And I watched San Diego the other day. I watched that game because I saw it was, so I switched.
Right.
They have trouble scoring. They're going out in the second round.
Yeah, they're going to go out too.
They catch like
their
a
really
third-place team from the Big Ten.
Their leg's weak.
They're going out. Now, let's say this. BYU. Don't catch them on a hot day.
They were one of our 7 teams that we talked about.
Talk about them. As far as their pace.
Oh, yeah. They're unbelievable movement. They play a little different than anybody else because all 5 are moving, trying to get a 3-point shot but not off the dribble. They're handing it off. They're coming off 3 picks. They're passing across the court. And they play fast. They can outscore you in a million. And Gonzaga likes to play fast. Well, 97 points later, that's what BYU can score. They can really score.
Well, let's talk. We still think 10 or 12. Oh, I saw one last night. I almost called you. I was watching that stinking Outsider. It scared me too much. I had to change the channel with that Stephen King. El Cuco. He was.
I won't watch it.
No, you can't. But anyhow, I was thinking about you. They showed the odds to win a tournament, and that stinking Michigan State.
Oh, great odds.
It's 20, and I'm thinking, and I was going to call you and say, Al, are they in?
Yes.
Are they in?
They're not. Oh, I'd say they're in.
Oh.
I said, yeah,
there's
great.
your pick then.
That's a great pick every year.
28-1.
Yeah, they're a great pick every year.
I saw it. We think,
Yep.
Now Pitt, they're losing over and over, and finally Capel, who was used to sitting on the bench and winning, all of a sudden, last night, he went over the edge last game. He went completely, he's been there 2 years, and he's blaming 2 years ago, calling it a problem. He called it a dumpster fire. Now, first of all, you want to do that the first week, I'll listen for an hour, and then I'll tell you, Coach, when you flip the lights on, there's your team.
And when you look at Pitt, they're a lot like other places that when things are going well, you think, man, they have it together there. And as soon as adversity strikes, who falls down the pit first? If it's a coach, you're in big trouble. And that's what happened to Pitt. He's now making excuses, blaming other people. What do you think the players are hearing this? They're hearing it. I don't think Pitt can ever turn it around because from what he's done, George, blaming others.
He did
I don't
some
think
damage this time.
Yeah, damage, right.
He did a lot of damage.
Yes.
Blaming 2 years ago. I'm thinking, Coach, you took all those accolades last year. There was
liked
a
those,
little
didn't
bit
he?
of a rebuild.
He liked that.
You know, and I was looking at their schedule last week. They were 3 over. Now they're 2 over. They need to win 1 game because NIT, they'll sell out the paint can with Duquesne.
They want them. NIT wants them.
They'll sell out the paint
Yeah,
can.
they want that to happen.
But you have to be 500. That means they have to beat Syracuse.
That'll be tough.
Can they beat Syracuse?
They can, but they can lose too. They don't make it happen.
That little guy for them, he's an all or nothing shooter, and that's
Beginning,
not.
I think that's him.
Yeah, that's not good. The guy that does the arrows, he had any
Oh,
arrows.
no,
out.
that's Murphy.
Murphy.
That's Murphy.
He has any arrows out in a couple of weeks.
That's Murphy.
No, Ohio State with a huge win. They have the resume of resumes versus the top teams.
Yeah, they're in for sure.
But I mean, the resume, what do they call them? Quadrant 1 wins or something.
Yeah, they have it. They have
Okay.
it. And
But they looked good the other day.
every team is analyzed on road victories, on quadrant 1 victories. Those are the 2 things they look at the most.
Yes.
If you can win on the road, some ways on the road,
Yes.
and get some quadrant 1 wins, you're going to get in. And that's when you said on Michigan State, they play such a tough schedule. I think they get enough wins
Okay.
to get them in.
Talking to your nephew the other day on Twitter. He loves those 1-bid tournaments like we do.
So do I.
Like we had the St. Francis coach the other day on the radio, and he's basically, he knows. Now, they're in a funny league. They added a new team.
Merrimack.
They're winning it.
Yeah, Merrimack, and they can't go.
They're not allowed in. So
allowed
really,
to go.
all he has to do is finish second.
Yeah.
So if he wins at Robert Morris this week, he hosts the tourney. But he hosted it last year, too.
Oh, yeah, he got beat.
He got beat.
He got beat,
They don't play
yes.
great defense.
I don't see many teams that do.
Okay, so maybe he can outshoot you.
Yes.
Because I hear they have 2. The one guy there is just a fine player. And I was talking the other day, he was talking, I was reading some of their stuff about the advantages of the guys staying, building a relationship, being, more like a quote unquote family. That guy suits that bill. That kid, that criminal, he's perfect there.
Yeah, some coaches like Calipari don't care about that.
No, I'm the same. I'd go in a minute.
Yes, and there's certain guys really want that, and they have to pick a school that really wants it too.
Yep.
They have to match up. Like Kentucky does. The first time they said family at Kentucky, and they went 16-10.
Yeah.
So they don't care.
How about the antithesis?
They want to win. See the
How
wins
about
and
Mark
losses.
Few?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's been there forever.
Be there for life.
And he doesn't. He
doesn't want to go.
No, he doesn't want to. He wants to go hunting. He wants to go fishing.
And I thought Beeline was like that.
Yep.
I think he made a big mistake.
He made the biggest mistake he ever thought in his life.
Yeah, I'd like to sit him down because we have a buddy whose best friend when he passed away.
And then also, what's it called? When Patrick Beeline screwed up his whole life,
Patrick had
that threw him for a complete loop too.
No. You're a thousand.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk MLB. Spring training. They're confiscating signs already for the Astros. Hey guys, that's nothing. That's nothing to what you're getting. Albert, I have a thought I didn't have the other day.
Lay it on me.
I'm laying it on you. We talked about the obvious, guys getting cut, guys, having a bad day. The guy that's suing them that got sent back and got sent away. I didn't think of something. Talking to our old buddy Ray Eckenrode. He's down in spring training. He wants to. He was telling me.
You got to come on again.
Well, here's what he said. He said, "You're forgetting, and people forget in arbitration. They use like Altuve's numbers. They use other people's numbers when they ask for their own salary. So a lot of guys ended up getting
far less
knocked back because of these cheating numbers.
Guys.
Never thought of it.
Never thought of it. That's a great point.
Yes.
Great point.
Incredible.
That's why they're mad then.
Another reason.
That's what I'm really mad. They want that money.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, the Yankees know they cheated. They're not going to change them. Commissioner will try to protect Fires all he can. He's already getting death threats.
Yeah,
those guys have no life, right?
Crazy. No, it's really sad.
Fan for fanatic. Elle and I use that word all the time.
So you got Fires who ratted on him, but I thought he told the truth.
Yeah.
And then you got Reddick, who's on the team. His kid's not feeling good, and somebody says, "I hope your kid dies of cancer."
Yeah, these people are bad.
These people are so fanatic.
They have no
If you're
life.
one of them,
they have no life.
Please look at yourself.
Now look in the mirror.
My gosh.
You need help.
Yes.
You need help. You really do. Carrasco, for the Indian fans, got to talk about him. I pray for that guy.
Yes, great comeback. Yes, we want that.
He deserves some good health or some good locker room.
Let's hope the tests come back for him.
Hey, the NHL the other day, the guy that came in.
It's amazing. Ayers.
Okay.
It's amazing.
In case you people aren't familiar, NHL keeps a fifth goalie on hand every game. They only pay $50 or they get a jersey or something. a sweater, I'm sorry.
Right.
But this guy gets in the game, lets the first two right in, then stops the rest. Well, I find out later he has a hockey background. Here, he was given a kidney by his mother, was unable to play any more hockey because of his condition. But they didn't, they said they acted like they grabbed the Zamboni driver. And it wasn't quite fair.
Yeah, but still, he's about 60 pounds overweight.
My Lord.
You know, he looks like George and me.
Yeah.
And you'll see him. He'll get some award on ESPN. This is going to be on the ESPYs.
Yeah.
They're going to call him up.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing thing that he got a chance to, in a regular season.
And what hurts is he works for Toronto, but he became Carolina's goalie because their guys got hurt. Only that couldn't happen
It's
anywhere.
an amazing story. It's going to be a book or a.
You know, one of the Pittsburgh guys.
One
One of the Pittsburgh guys said something last night that I never thought of. Wouldn't you think one of the other players?
That's what I would have done. Somebody who came up.
You know what they said? They said Sid Crosby used to play goalie
That's what
in
I'm
deck
saying.
hockey.
No.
Said no one knew it was him because he had the mask
Yeah,
on.
I would do that.
Okay.
I would say somebody who in here
Yeah.
has played goalie in their life sometime.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Good point, Albert.
Yeah.
XFL, haven't watched it the first week. I will say this. I do like the decide to
replay?
replay.
Okay.
No, decide it.
All right.
Even if you're wrong, at least we're getting it done. NASCAR,
That was amazing.
last Monday. I
that
don't
was
watch
amazing.
it often, Albert. I'm watching it at the end because I had given a guy the M&M car and it was right up at the top. And I'm looking and here it is, Ryan Newman. He gets hit. And then as he's spinning around, a guy is coming 200 miles an hour and hits him right on his door. I thought to myself, dear Lord, I said, this is 2 days later, he's walking out of the hospital with his little girls.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is amazing. I got firsthand information on that because behind my house was a racer that raced the Sharon Speedway. And I'd see his car. He'd have these braces around.
Did you get in?
Yeah, I got in. And I'm saying, first of all, you can't move in it, okay? But you are protected.
I couldn't get in.
Now, he's got a little car, Sharon Speedway, that it's protected.
Yeah.
Think about what these cars look like when they're in them.
The story goes that when Earnhardt got hurt, senior, he didn't have the neck thing.
He didn't do what he was supposed to do.
No.
I know. It's a true story.
No,
he wouldn't be dead.
No.
No.
Couple minutes left. Pitt. My God, Pitt, if you're going to cheat right. Please cheat right.
Akron did that before, too. I said, Akron and Pitt are the two schools that cheated, got picked up for cheating.
Akron football. Could you be any worse?
Why would you cheat?
No.
I mean,
in Pitt, the esprit de corps there is so bad. And I'm blaming Heather Like. She gets all the accolades.
Right.
The basketball and football were turning. They had a system of buzzers and loud music. So when compliance people were coming by,
Here they come.
They would hide the people. Now, first of all, they ended up basketball turning into football and vice versa. And number two.
So they're not like that, huh?
It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Okay.
Miscellaneous. Worst ACC in years.
14 is probably right now.
Isn't that awful? You said 8, 9?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. They're usually the Big Ten. Big Ten has them this year. Right.
And we were talking on the way in. They're talking boxing, heavyweight fight. You were talking to one of my buddies. I told him yesterday. I told him yesterday. See, they said it broke the record for the biggest gate. But like Teddy Atlas said in that interview you were listening to, the tickets cost 20 times more than they used to. It's like the movies. They go, it broke Gone with the Wind's record. Yeah, it was $1 to go see Gone with the Wind.
Exactly.
It's 15 to go see Star Wars.
We're not done.
We're doing apples
George,
and
do you think our fans would like to hear about boxing? I don't know. Do you think they would?
No, I
don't know that.
I think it's a niche sport anymore.
Okay.
And I think if you care about it, you watched it.
Okay.
And if you don't, like you don't care about it. But the guy 6'9", 273 throwing leather really.
That's a big dude.
Yeah, it is a real. And by the way, Wilder's eardrum was cracked in the 4th round. He was bleeding from the eardrum, and they say it can affect your equilibrium.
Oh, I would think it would.
So
I'm thinking it would. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, the last 30 seconds of the show. Al Campbell is now in charge of MLB. Is this Houston thing over, or are you going to get some more of a pound of flesh?
He wants it to be over.
But he didn't want it to start.
Yeah, he wants it to. So I'm going to say it's going to continue on, but I don't know what he can do. I think they did the max they could do. I don't think there's any more penalties.
All right. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.